Hello everybody, this is FeetVlog, and first of all I want to wish you a happy belated New Year and a happy belated or a merry belated Christmas and happy Valentine's Day, I guess, because that's like, what, tomorrow? Well, anyways, normally I don't touch on something like this, but there is actually a point to this, and as you can see, the title of this video is Defending Justin Bieber. Now, I don't normally, like I said, I don't normally deal with this sort of thing because I don't really follow what kids like to listen to that much. You know, I mean, there are people who are so popular where you can't help but be exposed to them, you know, so you're kind of exposed to them, and so I guess you could say that I've been exposed, like everybody else, to this kid named Justin Bieber. But one thing that I've noticed through YouTube is that apparently there are a lot of people, mainly young male people, who hate this kid. They just absolutely, positively hate him. And as an adult, I don't necessarily see any point in hating him, but I don't really see any point in hating him as far as kids are concerned. And I find it kind of weird that so many people seem to be so emotionally invested in hating this kid. I mean, what does he do? He sings songs. Apparently he writes these songs, or at least most of them, I think, and he sings them, and most girls seem to like what he sings, and so he travels around the world singing his songs, and girls go and they watch and they listen, and apparently they like what they hear. So they like this kid named Justin Bieber. Okay, no big deal, right? But it seems like it is a big deal for young males. For boys, they call him gay. They call him a fail. Of course, I find that particular accusation to be bizarre, because how does somebody I'm sure he's making a good amount of money and filling up auditoriums and such, and theaters and such. How can somebody who can do all those things be really considered a failure? I have a theory as to why he is hated so much, and I think that it is basically jealousy. I think people are just young male people are very jealous of him. Now, they'll deny it frontwards, backwards, and sideways, but I don't buy the denial, and here's why. He just goes around singing his music, and girls like it, you know? And I'm sure these boys would love it if these girls were liking them as much as they are liking Mr. Bieber. But it could also be the fact that they don't like his music, and they don't like the fact that so many girls like his music. That could be it as well. And in which case, look, I myself, I don't like heavy metal music. I think it's more noise than music, but I know that I have friends who will passionately disagree with me on that, and they will passionately defend metal music as being real music, you know. But that doesn't make them bad people. Doesn't make them bad people. Doesn't make the musicians bad people. They just make a form of music that I happen not to really like. So Mr. Bieber makes music that appeals to girls, and apparently the boys are upset about this. Because it's the boys mainly. Not that there aren't some girls who hate Bieber. I'm sure there's a good amount of girls who do. But it is mainly coming from boys who like to call him gay, who like to call him this, that, and the other. And I'm like, look, you don't really know this kid. He's traveling around with his band or backup musicians, whatever. And he's singing his songs and making his money. And that that to me is the American dream, although he's from Canada, but nonetheless, that sounds very American to me, and I don't see why this young man has to be bashed for living an American dream. And I guess that's really what, to me, it kind of comes down to. He's being bashed for living the American dream because there are those who don't think he should be because of the kind of music that he does. Well, apparently there's a market for the kind of music he does, or he wouldn't be, selling the tickets that he sells, and he wouldn't be the success that he is. So, and he's going into acting from what I understand. So, basically all I'm saying is, let the kid do his thing. He doesn't deserve any of this hatred that he's having pointed towards him. These ridiculous words and things that are being pointed towards him. Just let the guy do his business and have enough of a life to not be so concerned to the point where you are literally calling him names and acting a fool about him. So that's all I have to say. I'll be back to politics the next vlog, but I just kind of felt like it needed to be said, because we need to take pride in the idea that we can follow our dreams, and if we're highly successful at it, we shouldn't be tearing people down unless they are behaving like jerks. You don't like a jerk, and rightly so. We shouldn't like people who are bad people. And there are people in the entertainment business who are just not nice people. And, for them, we can hate them. But that's only because they've chosen not to be nice people. But it doesn't seem like Mr. Bieber falls into this category. So, that's all I have to say for this. Hope to talk to everybody soon. Comment at the bottom. Take care. Goodbye.